Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Endless Race podcast, episode 18. And today we have two very special guests on the episode, very close friends of mine. They go by the name of Lewis and Jezelle. Lewis being a graphics designer and Jezelle being a photographer. And in today's episode, we touch upon their journeys and, how they've got to where they are today, but also they shed light on how you can get into the space. So whether you're interested in becoming a graphics designer or interested in photography, we talk about that on the pod, so make sure to stay tuned and listen for that. But nonetheless, guys, whether you're listening on Spotify, I would really appreciate if you could follow the podcast, but also give it a rating. And whether on YouTube, a like, subscribe will be much appreciated. It helps the channel grow. But nonetheless, guys, stay tuned and I'll catch you on the next episode. Yeah, I've been told. So with my... Yeah. From my... I don't know if you ever listened to my first episodes, my audio ones.
No, I haven't. I tried to though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, to be fair. If you...
Were they dead?
Yeah, if they were a bit dead. Because it's a bit difficult, right? Just trying to chat to yourself. Because that's why I was thinking to myself, I want to start getting guests on because I can't be talking to myself every week just about my journey and stuff.
Hey, why not? Who says you can't?
I can, but it's just like...
You feel lonely.
There's a whole industry called streaming dedicated to
yeah.
vlogging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, every time I jump on the episode, talk about Amazon FBA.
Chat about more deeper stuff then. You've got more depth to you. You don't have to chat about the same thing all the time.
Right, let's get on to Mario, man.
True.
Yeah, that's what you see what I'm saying?
Let's flip the script.
True, but I remember someone said to me...
It's a special episode.
Alright, guys, Mario's the guest this time.
Yeah, Mario, you're the guest, man. So we got a couple questions.
We could do that
still.
if you want. Switch up, innit? Just get on to me. You ask all the questions. Cool. Say nothing. You guys take it.
Mine are quite deep. I don't know if you man are ready for that just yet.
Yeah.
I think we need to ease into it.
That's all right.
By
But
the way,
we'll get on to you as well.
We're allowed to swear.
Yeah, you can swear all you like, mate. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Yeah, it's explicit. But first, I'm going to get on to you first.
Cool.
So for those that don't know, Lewis actually has a podcast.
Right.
Had.
Yeah, so the key word there is had a podcast. Did you know that you had a podcast?
No.
You didn't know?
Didn't know.
It's him,
You didn't need to
PR.
know, that's
It's him, PR, and Eddie.
Okay.
You know,
Matting. I had no idea.
doesn't know Eddie.
I don't know Eddie. I know PR.
Oh, okay.
Italian brother.
Yeah, so they have a pod.
He's Italian.
They have a pod. How's that going, Liz? How's that going, Liz?
Listen. There were complications. Yeah, COVID happened. That's all I need to say.
No. Give us a bit more
Do you
detail.
know what? It
Give
was
the
going
people
well.
detail.
It was going well. And shout out to all the people that were, tuning into ODP on a weekly basis. Huh?
I was.
Safe, bro.
But I was never on it, so what's going on there?
Bruh, that's
You know what I mean?
wait, that's an uppish. Hold up. No, that's an
First of
uppish
all,
move,
yeah.
That's your boy, and he wasn't on your pod.
But
First of all,
cool.
Speak.
Cool, let me explain myself.
Makes sense.
Cool. We were in Reading at the time, so it was always going to be like more time locals were going to be on it. If you wanted to come
Well, no, you
all the way
can't-
to Reading
you-
just for a podcast.
But you can't say that because I used to live in Reading with you.
No, you didn't at that time.
Nope, I'm not having it.
No, you don't try
I'm
it.
not having it.
No, at that time. But yeah, no, it was going well. But we had complications with where we were doing it. We had complications with COVID. It ended up being, I think we did it online, which there was too many different problems with.
You did that during COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So
those
it was
ones.
like a Zoom call, which only lasted 45 minutes at a time. It just wasn't going well.
Yeah, God forbid that I ever have to do a Zoom call over for a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. If I'm interviewing someone in a different country and they can't physically get here, cool, fair enough. But yeah, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, we loved it. It was therapeutic. This is why I wanted to come back into the scene. When I watch you do yours, it makes me want to start up the ODP again.
So, you're going to start up?
I mean, there's also problems with the fact that
You've got a
Eddie's in
studio.
a different country.
F Eddie, man. He's a snake anyway.
Nah, the ODP ain't nothing without my two co-hosts.
Yeah, Eddie, yes.
Fair enough.
But it's a good studio here. I really do like it, to be fair. It's a nice setup.
Yeah,
It is a nice setup. As a photographer,
Yeah, man, I'm feeling it.
I agree with you, though. It is smaller than it looks.
Yeah.
I guess they do a good job of camera angles and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. Because I think you would be able to tell me whether these are good cameras, Jezelle, but...
They're very good cameras, yeah.
They look
I was putting the lens on that one, actually.
I've always wanted to get into photography, But I just know that there's too many lenses and you can buy all these
No,
attachments.
I also have
and
to
stuff
get onto
like
you
that.
because
Oh God,
you're the type of person, quotation marks,
quotation
that
marks.
has to get like the highest spec of
Oh
camera.
yeah.
Just start out with something like
That's my major
No.
most
issue.
people know that I know that do photography get this from like a second-hand shop or something like that. Just to start off with at least.
You don't need the most expensive camera. A lot of people have the most expensive camera but don't know how to use it. So the content's dead. But you could have a dead camera and know how to use it. I've used a really cheap camera and done some sick shots. You wouldn't know that it was a cheap camera. But if you actually want to get into it, do it, take it seriously.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to start it and make the Instagram account and then they abandon it. But if you actually take it seriously, you can make money from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
No, go on.
I was going to say, when did you start doing photography? Like, when did you get into it?
So exactly 6 years ago. This January was 6 years ago.
Oh, wow. Like, this exact date or?
No. Not the date of
I
this
was gonna
month,
say, that's a bit
but
mad.
it was like
It's
January,
also
like...
not January.
Yeah, we're not in January.
But wait,
No.
hold on. She was like,
No.
yeah, it is.
I said the exact January of... What did I say? I can't remember. Let's scrap
Okay,
that.
that's very poor from me. That's very poor from me.
That was poor from you.
Yeah,
But
that was
anyway,
very
we'll leave
poor.
it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
So it was January this year, would mark exactly 6 years since I started. Basically, it all started from my dad actually inspiring me. He's going to get gas when he watches this. So my dad had a lit camera and I'd use it now and again. I'm very into fashion and stuff. So I'd use my dad's camera. And then I just do shoots with my friends. And then I thought one day it would be really lit to actually make money from this. So it took me like a year and a half of pure dedication, making content. And I remember when I got my first shoot booking, and since then, just being consistent with it.
Yeah. So did you do A-level?
No.
Oh, so you didn't do any subject-wise?
Nope,
It was just like an interest?
Yeah, literally just an interest. And I'm self-taught. I didn't even go to uni for it. A lot of people ask if I went to uni. I didn't go to uni for it.
You can do photography at uni?
Yeah, you do uni degree in anything. I wouldn't. That's one of them subjects I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Recommend anyone do.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would.
I did think of going to uni, but it would have been a waste because I've gotten where I am without any education. So
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, it depends on your route, right? Like, if you're going to be a doctor or anything like that, cool. Yeah, I kind of have
makes
to.
sense.
Yeah. But like, if you're doing photography, even graphics, I was having this conversation with my cousin yesterday. Like, did you feel like you had to go to uni to do graphics?
Not necessarily. It helped me, definitely. But at that time, it was kind of difficult. When you're like, what age is it? Like 17, 18?
What, to go uni?
Just before. Like, at the end of A-levels, it's like 18.
Yeah, it's like
something
18.
That's
I
a
think.
very hard time to like be picking what you want to do for the rest of your life. So like, I don't blame people for going into stuff like uni because it's like a safeguard. It's like a safe route to go. And even if you have a qualification in something, that's something that you can fall back on.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever in the cards. I don't know what I was going to do, but I think the pressure of like choosing at that time was like, uni just has to be like something to go for.
I think that it's a big thing, especially at that age, because, you know, we didn't really get help at school. Did you get help at school as to what you wanted to do?
No, not really.
They just make you apply to UCAS and that's it. That's what they help you with. Like, they never really give you any sense of direction, which I think is bad, to be fair. I mean, depending on the school they go to, I didn't, but maybe the school that you go to, you may do, but
So
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Question for both of you, with regards to education, did both your parents or family members or whatever kind of like push that on you, like with regards to uni, or if they always just said like, do your thing, do whatever you want to do?
No, so they always wanted me to go to uni.
Okay.
And preferably like a sixth form as well. I don't know why, but my dad especially, he has like this thing against like colleges. Like, if you go to college,
That's a common thing.
It's like
sixth
not,
form is usually better than college.
yeah, it's like not seen as something that's good. Like, if you're going to college, and there's nothing wrong with going to college. Like, as long as you're getting an education. But yeah, my parents, especially my dad, pushed me towards A-levels, going to uni. Obviously, I did a degree apprenticeship, so I kind of got best of both worlds. But it's whatever, at the end of the day, it's whatever you want to do, right? So yeah, I don't know about you, Lewis.
Pretty much the same, to be fair.
Did you ever think about not going to uni? I don't know if I ever asked you that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I didn't know what else there was. Like, the idea of an apprenticeship, I had no idea what that even was by the age of like 18 until like you were applying, I think.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I didn't think there was any that was in graphic design or anything like that.
I mean, yeah, I think at the time it was only mainly IT and like engineering. I think they're great. I mean, at the end of the day, I've got a degree. I literally got paid to go to uni. I haven't got debt. Still in the job now.
Yeah.
So you paid off all your uni debt?
I didn't have any debt. I didn't pay no $9,000. I didn't have no student finance.
Oh, I know people that are in a different situation to that.
Yeah. Like my
Are you in that?
Mad. Yes.
Wait, so you owe uni stuff?
Yeah.
Like I know people that have showed me their.
That could never be me, innit?
Yeah, personally, that could never be me.
So nice.
Yeah. Wow. But I know people that have gone to uni and they've showed me their debt. But it's like 50K.
Yeah. That's normal.
Don't you get like 30 years to pay it back?
Apparently, you never see it though, because it gets taken out behind the scenes.
You're gonna see that then when you check your wages.
Yeah, when you check your wages, obviously.
Are you seeing
not wages, but when you check your bank statements?
That's techie.
You usually sign a contract before, and that's when it says at a certain. I can't remember how much it is, but at a certain wage, that's when you start paying it off, and it's in like increments of X amount.
What if you never hit that wage?
There's a lot of people that never pay back their uni at all.
That's gonna be you, innit?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
But I mean, to be fair, yeah. Like, there's no achievement if you do pay it off.
No,
like, you're not gonna get another degree, like.
But
you need to pay it back though. You owe them money, innit?
That's the owing part. It's
but
later.
I hear it, but it's not like someone's on your ass every day, like a loan shark. Do you know what I mean? Like they're gonna take away, like they're gonna take your away house.
Fined or whatever. There might be. There's a legal thing in there where you can't just not pay it back.
Isn't there a rule that if you live away, it gets cleared?
It depends.
Bro, just do that, man. Just go to J-Town, go back to Jamaica, man. Just live there for like a year.
No, it depends. I know people that have literally gone to like study in, I don't know what countries, like Portugal or something like that, just to not pay uni fees because other places you don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. And then they come back.
With uni though, one sad reality is that a lot of people go study like bare long and then they leave uni just to work in Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
That's always baffled me. Like, I know people that have put in hard work and dedication into their uni. They've been there for 5-6 years just to leave and then they're working in Tesco. I don't get, can someone explain that to me?
A lot of people commit to a 3-year, 4-year or 6-year course or whatever. Then at the end they realize I don't want to do anything with that degree or anything in that field. So it's like, yeah, you've wasted that time and that money. But it is what it is sometimes. And a lot of people as well, when they get to uni, they move reckless with their degree as well in a different way. So they would like do partying and all of that and forget about the actual degree itself. They go for the experience. Then they end up wasting it in a different way. There's a lot with uni where they just collect money and people just don't pursue anything down the line of what their actual degree is.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think uni is too expensive anyway.
100%.
$9,000
1,000
to study for a year.
That's crazy.
That is crazy per year.
And there's a lot you can do without uni, you know. I know a lot of people that never went to uni, that have some big boy jobs, big money jobs. They never went to uni. They went to college, but they never went uni.
Yeah, it's one of them where it's not for everyone, but
it's not for me.
On like a general scale, most people that go to uni, or the majority, do end up doing very well. So I guess if you're trying to push someone in that way, it makes sense. But at the same time, you really don't have to.
Yeah.
Like education for everyone, or further education.
Yeah. Rule of thumb, guys, you can be successful without going to uni. That's what we're basically trying to say. But going back to photography, how do you push for clients? Like, how do you find clients? Do they come to you?
Do you know what? They come to me.
Yeah.
But it's also word of mouth, which I really like. So like, I got a message the other day where a woman said, I heard you just started doing weddings.
Oh, nice.
Can you shoot for me? So people, you know, they spread the word. Like, I've gone out and people have been like, oh yeah, you've seen you on Insta. You do photography, innit? So, yeah, that's nice though. But yeah, so like, I have my online portfolio. I get a lot of bookings through that. My Instagram's really big. Yeah, that's it.
It's
really
good stuff. It's good stuff. What was I gonna say? So for the people, what do you actually do in photography? Like, what sort of events do you do? Is it just events? Like you said, you've just recently intaken weddings. What did you start off with?
I started off as being just a fashion and portrait photographer, so just working with models. That's all I did. Then I started doing like branding photography. So like, you know, if you've got like a company where you sell bags or phone cases or whatever, I can take those shots for you. And then I started doing events. So like I do parties, I do any kind of party, anything. And I've just started doing weddings. So
nice. Are you excited for that? Because weddings is a big deal, you know.
Weddings is big money.
It's big money, and it's a big deal for the, you know, the people getting married themselves, you know. Because at the end of the day, they say that's the, you know.
I mean, I've been asked to do weddings for a long time. I've just always put it off because of how nerve-wracking it is. Because you got to get it perfect the first time.
Literally.
But yeah, I'm glad I've gotten into it. It pays really well. Like I've got a friend who can make 2K in a day from just a wedding shoot, one wedding.
Wow.
So yeah, when you've got a good camera and you're skilled and you know what you're doing, it can make you really good money as long as you're passionate about it.
How many, say for example, for a wedding, how many pictures would you be looking to take? Or it really depends on how big the wedding is and what they want.
It depends on how big the wedding is. Like the last wedding shoot I did wasn't a huge one. So they got like around 700 photos. Some were edited, some were unedited. That's what they asked for.
Okay.
But yeah.
And you said that you do all the editing?
I do all the editing. Yeah, it takes a long time.
And that was self-taught as well?
Yep.
That's on Photoshop?
Yep. I also use Visco. Visco, it's like a platform for creators.
Okay.
But there's an editing platform on there too, which is really, really good. And my online portfolio is on there.
Good stuff. I mean, this guy uses Adobe, right? Yeah, terrible, man. So terrible.
That's terrible.
Just the whole... I just find it so... Especially Illustrator. It's just unnecessary.
I don't know why you would ever use Illustrator.
Like, I'm clicking in and then it's doing something else, and then I'm right-clicking and it's doing something else. And then I've got to press...
Your computer is...
No. Like, I'll move something.
What computer do you use?
Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
With an M1 chip.
Okay.
No,
We see
big
you.
boy computer.
For the people that are listening, yeah,
don't do that.
he's using a Mac, yeah? You remember that? So, but yeah, I hate it. Like, I'll say this is like a picture, right? I move it. Why is the pixels moving and not the whole image? I've got to then press V or escape to then move the whole image. It's just long, man.
I mean, you'll find that with most softwares. It's not like you have anything to compare it to.
I don't, to be fair. It's my first one. But then obviously you got Figma, right?
Figma's, yeah, that's a bit different. I recommend that to anyone, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I need to start using. But yeah, Lewis, for those that don't know, what do you do?
So I'm a junior designer. I work at a digital design and marketing agency in West London. Been there for over a year now, just over.
It's gone so quick, man.
It has gone.
It really has gone so quick.
Yeah, it's been a very kind of like rocky road in that journey.
Yeah, time's flying, man.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's the early start of my career. I got into that not straight out of uni, but not too far out. So I was kind of lucky to get kind of early on. And yeah, just see where it goes from there.
Because obviously, I remember you started off with like drawings and stuff. Is that how it transitioned? Because I remember you used to do obviously GCSE art, A-level art, and then I remember
really
you.
did want to do A-level art.
Is that the stuff you got on your second Instagram account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of that was like personal stuff.
It's amazing stuff. Lewis is my designer, by the way. Yeah, I've only got one designer. I'm loyal to my designer. Yeah.
So do you pay Lewis?
Yeah, of course, 100%. We're going to talk about that as well, because we're both in... Yeah. You didn't think I was going to bring that up.
Freelancing is a very tough job.
Because she's in the same... So she will...
I'm a freelance photographer.
I think Jezelle will agree with me.
But this is your whole career. Freelancing was just like a side thing for me at the time. And also I just do it for him because, you know.
Aww.
Yeah, no, he's my designer, man.
That's really sweet, man.
All the stuff that you see, it's Lewis,
love
man.
That brotherly love there.
Yeah. I mean, I know at the start I was a very terrible client in the sense that...
sense that you're not trying to pay?
No, in the sense that what I wanted to get on paper, like me, when it comes to explaining, I don't know if you realise, but I'm quite poor when it comes to like...
I love when you put down your little drawings and send it to me. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Yeah? There's like some elephant. And you're like, nah, that's my logo.
Man
like,
said elephant.
Do you remember the t-shirt?
The
jumper? Yeah, no, you have to, bro. I'm just trying my best, you know? I'm trying to help you out.
Man. I mean, it helps a little.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But for inspiration, where do you get your inspiration from?
In terms of...
Like obviously, before you started working, you used to do a lot of... It wasn't work for people, was it? It was like your own accord. Like, how would you get inspiration for that? Like, there's what's the one?
With my illustrations and drawings and that.
Yeah.
Pinterest would be a main one, to be fair.
Okay.
But even other accounts on Instagram as well. A lot of the things I used to do is literally just like, I don't trace, but I used to try copy other people's drawings. So I used to think, okay, if I can get to a level where I can do this, then that's me set for like my kind of like staple for the moment. And I keep on going up and up and up.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like looking at this drawing, this is like a level 2, say, in terms of like skill. Reach that, let me see if I can do a level 5 maybe.
Yeah.
And then I keep on going up.
And would you say that's, if someone wants to get into graphics, that's what they should start with?
Now drawing is a bit different. I don't even do that much drawing in terms of like what I have on my second account anymore. Maybe the illustrations, but that's a bit different.
Yeah.
Graphics is, that's a separate thing. It's a very wide thing as well.
So for someone wanting to get into graphics, how would they, what advice would you give them like to start out? Because obviously I've been telling you that I want to get into graphics and I never get the motivation to do it. Because I think it's cool, man, just being able to one day just think, you know what, I'm going to spend 6 hours and create this illustration and just use your creative mind to make it. I mean, that's so cool, man.
Yeah, I guess.
I just think it's so
that's
cool.
more on the illustrative side of design. I guess you want to find what you think is kind of like the best part of, or you're most passionate about in design. So there's like UX design, there's print, which is like anything that you have to go to like a printers to do booklets, magazines, stuff like that. There's logo design, brand design, packaging design, different types of design.
That stuff's all lit, man.
Yeah. So I guess if you want to go on Pinterest or anything like that, or see other people's Instagram reels or anything like that, see what they do.
Yeah.
If there's anything that inspires you or you want to get into, just Google how, and just pick up your laptop or whatever, just do it. It's kind of like what Jezelle said. Literally, you could be self-taught. It's so easy to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Just to start at least.
Yeah.
But I think you need to actually want to do it first. I think a lot of people see someone do something, succeed, and then they're like, oh yeah, I want to do it. But you don't want to do it really. You just want to do it because you're seeing them pop and you just want a bit of fun. You know what I mean? I think if you really want to take it seriously, then yeah.
Yeah, no, it's something that I have been looking into, but it's just me being lazy to be fair.
Also, you have to deep that. It's not just you go from a blank page or a blank canvas to this is now finished. There's a process. Because you see them accounts where it's like, here's like, it gives you 3 pictures. Here's the starting of the drawing, the middle of the drawing, and the end. You're like, how the hell did you get from A to B to C like that?
For real.
Yeah, no. You should check out Lewis's page. He's got one. I remember whenever you show like my family stuff, it's the egg one that gets people, man. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, Alex, put up a picture.
Yeah. Alex will send some illustrations of Lewis. But for you, Jezelle, for anyone that, let's just say for me, for example, I want to get into photography. Where do I start? Because like Lewis said, with me, I have this really bad habit of everything that I have to buy needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say it after fam.
Sorry, 1 second.
No, that's right.
How long did this take you?
Months.
Really?
The egg, is that the egg one?
That's sick though. That's
Yeah,
really
it's
lit.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
So like Lewis was saying, even with this, I'm very picky in the sense that the cameras, the setup, I want it to be pristine. I want it to be perfect. And when it comes to cameras, I think to myself, if I'm buying something cheap, the quality of it is going to be bad. And I need to stop thinking like that. So then I'll go out and spend X amount on this expensive camera. Like you said, not know how to use it, not use it often. So yeah, it's a really bad mindset. But for someone starting out like me, wanting to get into photography, where would they start? From their phone?
You need to know if you want it to just be a hobby or you want to make money from it. What do you want?
Probably a hobby, to be fair.
A hobby. Then it's easier. It's an easier process. You don't need a proper expensive camera, but if you want to invest in one, There's no harm in that either. And you need to know what style of photography you want to do.
Yeah.
What style would you want to do? You know, there's baby photography. There's like nature. There's landscape. There's fashion and portrait photography. That's what I do. There's weddings. But
I'd probably say like landscape, nature. What's landscape? What would that be?
That would be like, it's like buildings. It's like, you know, mountains. It's
Yeah. I would say more nature, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to just know what camera you want, get the camera, or use your phone if you've got a sick phone.
I mean, it's 200 megapixels, isn't it? Apparently, so.
What's your camera quality saying on your phone?
Yeah, it's good, right?
Is it decent?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people that don't own a camera and they just use their phone. They take sick photos on their phone.
Well, that's what they're saying nowadays. Like with these phones, like iPhone.
Yeah, my camera quality is lit. I just got this.
What's that?
The 14. What? Let's not.
Yeah. It's too.
That's another topic. Yeah.
But let's say it's 2v1 right now. So yeah, let's just.
You know what? I'm a stick to my thing. This is a very lit phone, very good camera. Anyway.
But that's the thing. People are saying nowadays that you don't need to buy these expensive cameras. You can literally use that.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, from a photographer, is that true? Like,
I mean, depends on your content. For me, using my phone for what I do wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I'm not gonna rock up to a wedding with my phone and be like, "Yo, okay, let's go."
Imagine that.
Nah, I can't do that. Nah.
That is funny.
Not that I can't get a nice photo, but the quality is different when you've got a sick lens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said before, they have all these different attachments. So what sort of lenses do you have? I know you got like focus lens. I don't even know.
I mainly use the 50 millimeter lens and the 35.
Okay.
And that's for like close-ups, and I hope you can like do some edit where like, you know, people can see my work or something. But
yeah, no, definitely we'll do that.
I'll show you actually something that I took with my 35mm lens.
Yeah.
But they're the main two lenses I use, and therefore like close-ups, mainly portraits and stuff like that.
I might have a side project for you. I just realised.
For me, for real. So I got a lot of clout on these photos. I did these in Canary Wharf. They're probably some of my sickest portraits.
Yeah, it's nice. And then you edit these as
I
well,
edit them, yeah. They're edited, yeah. But even the originals of those were lit because of the lens I had.
And then in regards to editing, how long does it usually take? So like, for example, a picture like that, how long would it take to edit? Are we talking hours? Like, is it long?
It takes time. It takes time. Every shoot I do it's different.
Okay.
It takes a long time, basically. It's not an easy job.
Can imagine. Which side do you prefer, the editing or the photography?
The shooting.
Anyone that says editing is lying.
The shooting. I prefer the shooting. Because I've always got a vision in my head before I go to a shoot, and then when I execute it, it's lit. Yeah,
okay, so that's what I was going to ask. So client comes to you, I've come to you, I want to take some pictures. How do you go about assessing what I want, and how would you create a plan on that?
You need to tell me what you want. You need to give me the location. It's all down to you. I'm just your photographer.
Okay, all right.
I'll just make sure that you get quality photos. I'll make sure you get what you want. But it's not about what I want. I'm shooting for you. You're paying me. So
okay.
Do you send them like references before the shoot to say like, do you want it like this or this or this?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I'll just go into a shoot. They've not sent me any references. But they just generally just want some portrait shots. But I guess sometimes like before the shoot, I'll send them a couple ideas. I'll send them some of my old work. And they might say something like, yeah, I want something like that. And then I kind of know I know I've got my guidelines then.
Yeah, I mean, Lewis, you can speak on this, but referencing, I think, like, obviously when I give you stuff to work from, it just makes so much easier. Yeah.
It like alleviates any issues with the client saying, I didn't want this.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could have just said that at the start. So yeah, streamline process just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, especially when like you as a creator gives advice as well. Because obviously being creative, Lewis may show me something that I think, okay, cool, yeah, that's what I want to use. And then we go from there. It's been multiple times, many a times. I like to say I'm quite creative. My creative client,
A little bit.
I can't, no, just say it, man. Come on, let the ego aside and just say I'm creative. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Just allow me, man. Come on. I'm a creative.
You are.
I do come up with some creative stuff. I even think to myself, right, man, you know what? You're actually really smart. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Self-love is good, man. Big yourself up.
Yeah, no, it's
What's wrong
true.
with that?
Yeah, it's true. Like you saying to me before, you got to big yourself up, man. Yeah. Hey. Sorry, chaps from my eye. For guys that don't know, I got in a fight, basically. I won, of course.
How many people were there?
There was 3 guys.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, 3
Back the
guys.
cap.
Yeah, there was 3 guys.
Any weapons?
Nah, thankfully,
Nah.
Yeah. So it was like this.
Yeah.
And
You
then-
was in the studio recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the guy, he got up. I said, big man, sit down. Then he just went whack, and then he scratched me up. And then
Mad.
I ended up winning. I actually left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
so-
told me that your cat did that though. So someone's capping here.
First of all, I don't have a cat. As I say to Lewis, can I say this? Should I say it? What I always say about cats? Should I say it?
What?
Whenever I see a cat, what I want to do to them.
Nah.
Should I say it?
Fuck you up, bro.
But I just want to absolutely clark them from just beat them.
Why?
I don't know, man. Just there in the way, man. Just move, man.
What?
Like whenever, whenever there's a kid like walking in front of me, I just want to swipe their legs.
What are you gonna do when you become a dad one day? Is that what you're gonna do to your
Oh
youths?
no, not at all. Not at all.
No.
You're not?
No, not at all.
Swiping my kids. No.
I throw them at the wall, yeah, maybe. But
No, that's not very nice.
obviously, it's gonna be padding and that.
Yeah.
But
I'll call child services and that. Make sure they're good.
it's not happening. Anything that other you do is anything that you do outside of photography that's not related.
Oh, okay. Don't worry.
That's not related to like anything creative.
Ooh, nah.
So it's literally just
really.
photography.
Just
Okay.
photography.
You do video, by the way.
No, I don't. People have asked if I do that. No, I don't do that. I don't really know how to get into that, you know. I like it though. I do like videography. My cousin's a videographer.
Yeah, I feel
He's
like
so
a lot
lit.
of people just have one or the other. I rarely see people that do both.
I don't know if I could. Nah, it seems a bit too complex. I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Yeah,
I
we.
think it's very similar. The
Yeah,
editing process would definitely 100% be different. But
Yeah.
we know someone that does videography. He does it for like rappers and stuff. Pretty
Oh,
big
is it?
people. Yeah. But he's doing this thing. But what? There's nothing else outside of photography. Also, one thing, my friends keep getting on to me about me not asking my friends or the people that are on the pod about what they do for work. Obviously, Lewis said that he works for an agency. Yourself?
Yeah,
Besides photography?
I just have a part-time admin job.
Cool. Is that what days?
Monday to Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I work part-time.
How long have you been there for?
5 years.
Okay. It's quite long then. Yeah. So kind of somebody roughly around the same time you started photography. You started 6 years ago. So.
Yeah.
Interesting. Step backs. What are some, for Lewis in graphics, what are some of the downsides and drawbacks that you've experienced in regards to doing client works or graphics or whatever it is? For example, I don't know, you've done a piece of work and it's banging and it's fucking computer shut down. You can't recover the file. Or have you ever had someone that you've worked for and what you gave them they just didn't like and you had to change?
many times. There's been a lot of times where a client has not liked a piece of work or asked to change something when it's like taken X amount of time to change, but they expect it in like 1 hour.
That's definitely me.
Probably.
That's definitely me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of clients where time frames is a very hard thing. So a lot of times you need to like bear in mind feedback as well. So you can't just go into it thinking we're gonna go from point A to point B, and then that's gonna be it. You're gonna client's gonna be 100% happy.
Yeah.
You need to bear in mind that they will have like changes they want to make to it. That part's probably the hardest part, in my opinion, because your vision will be different from theirs sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want to take lead and try to be creative when they're not. I'm not saying this.
I hear that.
You're a better like client in terms of just like you can see the creative process a little bit more. Some don't. Some are like, can you just make this completely different in like a short amount of time, you're like, that's not how that works.
Yeah. Do you get offended when they say stuff like that? Because bro, I'll be pissed.
No,
I've done this. I've spent like 12 hours on it, and you've come back to me and said, "Nah, it's not what I want."
I won't get offended in terms of like, I've just worked on this. I have an attachment to this piece of work. I don't like that you don't like it. It's more that this is the amount of time that I've spent on this. You could have kind of like not made me spend this amount of time. Well, you could have told me that at the start.
Yeah.
You could have saved me wasting all that time. Yeah. That's the only part that gets annoying.
But I mean, you charge for iterations, right?
It depends.
I think you should. If you've spent X amount of time and they've come back to you, and it depends how big the iteration is, right? But yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. Like, would you charge if you've taken some shots now and they're like, don't really want to do that. Can we change it up? Like, would you charge extra for that, or do you feel bad?
No, it doesn't really work that way. Because I charge hourly.
Okay.
But back onto your question, that's never happened to me yet, where a client's been unhappy with with what I've done for them. But it would be really peak if they weren't happy and they've paid me already. But I've never disappointed a client. I'm not trying to sound big-headed, by the way. I'm just keeping it real. I've never done a shoot for someone and they've said I'm not happy. Yeah. They've always been happy. So
big up your team.
Yeah, big up.
Yeah,
anybody want any pictures done?
I got you.
Obviously, we'll leave the socials in the description and stuff. So, but yeah, in terms of any step backs,
there's been times where like I've gotten to a location and they've not turned up. That's really annoying. But it's okay because they've paid a deposit. Yeah. Okay. So it's cool. But it's still annoying though. Yeah. And it's annoying when like they've reached out to me for a shoot. I've come to do this for you and you've not turned up. Where's the logic there? But that's only happened like maybe twice. Yeah. So it's something that rarely happens.
Like have an excuse? Did they get back to you saying why?
There was one guy who said one time, I forgot, even though we had been talking the day before. What? And I'm thinking, well, that's an L on your part because you've already paid me a deposit. So cool, do your thing. That's mad. But yeah. Yeah,
I don't have the patience for that, to be fair.
But that rarely happens. A lot of my clients are serious.
Is there a limit to how far you would travel to go do work?
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't travel any further than Birmingham.
It's pretty far though from where you live.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going.
But nah, it's okay. It's not that deep.
I guess one train, right?
I can get a direct. I think I can get a direct train from Reading.
Can you?
Can I?
To Birmingham?
Wait, nah. There's one change.
I actually have no idea how.
I think there's one change. I need to look this
up. But coach.
You say coach? No one's getting the coach.
Coach, yeah, I remember when you remember when you guys came to Sheffield? Yes, sir. You didn't get coached, did you? No. I remember when Alex...
Big 70, 80 pound for
Yeah. I remember when Alex and Rio got coach. Yeah, that was...
Donald was on it.
And Donald, yeah. Sheffield, man. Good times, huh?
No.
That was funny that day, bro. That was so funny. Not to digress too much, but just on that, there was my accommodation. There was me, you, D, Alex, Rio. There's 6 of us in one room.
Slept on a concrete floor. Sorry, there was no carpet in.
Are you serious? Why?
Yeah. Well, why? I've only got one bed, innit?
He hates his friends, blood.
I have one. What do you want me to do? Provide all inflatable beds?
Yes, go to IKEA.
It would not have fitted.
Don't matter.
That was tough. It was poor. Like everyone, you man would just sleep on the floor. Yeah, I was toppling and tailing with Donald, I think. Yeah, it was tough. That's funny.
That's spooky. What are you on the floor for?
Where you want me to put them?
Where's in there? Not a hotel or something?
Listen, we were broke.
Yeah, bro. This was. We're talking.
That's an L though. To pay what £70-80 to go to somewhere to sleep on the floor. That's really.
Oh, don't do this now.
That's no. Don't do this now. No, but deep it. He paid what £80 to come see you for him to be on the floor. Cool, that makes sense.
Nah, I mean it. There's been I've slept on the floor at Reading before.
Yeah, but
and at least I didn't have nothing. I was using a cardboard box as a cover. I felt homeless.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because he didn't.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I had a pillow.
I gave him the bed and I slept in the bath. I don't know what he's
talking about. You slept in the... Nah, what is wrong with you lot? That's crazy.
That was funny.
Listen, certain things you just got to do. You weren't even supposed to stay that long. You were supposed to stay
I wasn't. Because that was during COVID times, isn't it? Like when you guys came back for third year, right?
I think so. Lazy you, blood. Then you started sleeping on the couch downstairs.
Oh, on the couch, yeah. And then, your flatmates or the girls definitely did not like that.
What, you had gal in your... Cool. Anyway, next
No,
topic.
don't do that. Because it was one of them shared apartments.
No.
So
Why
you
you
don't
getting all
get
red for? It's just cool,
Huh?
man.
No. I have to explain this now.
Don't
'cause
worry,
apparently
Lewis
it's a problem.
is cool. It's cool.
No,
Don't worry.
no, cool.
Don't
I
worry,
can't believe
don't worry.
I can't believe it was a 12-man
It
accommodation.
was a 12-person accommodation.
What, and there were how many gal were up in there?
Oh. They had their own floor and everything. It was jokes.
Cool.
What?
I'm with you. I don't know what's going
What
on
are you
there.
insinuating?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I'm joking.
That's
I'm joking. It's cool.
We didn't know them. It was one of them where it was like six of
Why
us.
are you still explaining yourself?
She's auntie Lewis.
Cool. For the
You're
people
still
that want to know,
explaining No, but you're still explaining yourself though.
Cool,
It's cool.
I'll
innit?
leave it then, innit?
She's auntie. She's actually auntie.
Assume
bro.
whatever you want
She's
to
trying to
assume.
draw you out. That's what she's trying to do.
For what?
I don't know. She's trying to draw you out.
Yo, next topic, Marius.
I was going to talk about value. Me and Lewis have talking about this a lot in the past. Because I believe there was a time where Lewis was undervaluing himself. He was charging people.
Not true.
He was charging people less than what he should be doing. And his argument was, can I remember what your argument was? His argument was that he's just started out trying to get his portfolio up. So he's using these clients that are not paying him a lot to get his portfolio up. Do you agree with that? Or do you believe that you charge what you are because you know your worth?
I'm with Lewis though.
Do you know why?
You know, I thought
Do
you
you know
were
why?
on my side.
Because Jezelle is actually in a similar industry.
Yeah. Let me explain
Okay, go on.
quickly.
I was gonna
No. You say your thing.
the reason I say that is because we've got a friend, Noma, that says she wants to get was it a painting or a drawing? A painting of Lewis, and she was like,
All drawing.
and I think it was quite a big canvas, right? That she wanted. And she was like to Lewis, I will pay you what I believe I think it's worth. So if it's a K, it's a K. But then I also understand that if she says £20, but you're not going to accept that.
I would
right?
love for
It's not
everyone
happening.
in the world to have that same mentality. But the reality is
then,
not that.
But then you remember what I was saying to you, then your target audience is, you're pushing your work to the wrong audience.
How?
In the sense that you're pushing it towards people that are trying to get a cheeky deal out of you.
When there's marketing, you don't market to people who have an X amount that they're trying to sell or buy for. How would you market to people that are like more well off or more willing to pay like Noma?
I guess because she actually likes to buy art and like expensive art and keep it. So maybe that's her mindset. But then that's your target. Might be a smaller niche, but someone comes to you and say, "Oh, I want a 20K for this painting," but
That's also, I wasn't trying to do that.
yeah.
It was just like Noma wanted something. I was like, I can do that for you if you're willing to pay, sure. But so go ahead.
No, carry on.
Yeah, when you're starting out, there's no way you're gonna be getting big clients paying like thousands of dollars or thousands of pounds.
Dollars.
I don't know why.
We're in the UK, you know.
Thousands of pounds, yeah. When you're a small designer or artist or whatever,
Yeah.
and you've got like nothing to your name in terms of brand. How do you sell that?
Yeah.
Do you just have word of mouth? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. When you're starting out, you do need to be willing to, you know, be a little bit cheap.
Okay.
Or like, so when I first started doing photography, I would message models and say, can I shoot for you? I'm not even charging anything. I just want to create content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you need content. You need something to back you up
Exactly.
before you start getting them big jobs, innit? That doesn't just come to you right from the start. You need to put in work and make that work.
You need that social proof, right? For people to buy your stuff. Okay. Yeah. Because I remember me and Lucy used to have back and forth arguments on this topic. I used to get onto him. But now you've got another creative. You're right. You're good. You're all right. Because if that was someone else, actually, I don't think a lot of people will agree with me, to be fair.
Good.
But I guess I'm not in that industry to know that, right? But I'm all based on like value, right? Like if you value yourself, someone that is good at what they do, why not charge? Someone's gonna pay that money. You have to find them, you know. But obviously, it's different. One of the questions being, if you could have any superpower that could impact the world, what would it be?
It's not gonna impact. You know what? When I watched your last episode,
The one with Tom.
The one with the most recent one.
Yeah, Tom. Yeah. Pink shirt, pink top.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Tom.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you asked him that question, I was thinking like, how am I gonna answer this? I mean, I know how it's gonna benefit me, but I don't think it's gonna impact the world.
You're mad selfish, you know.
Yeah, what's this, man? You're selfish.
Look, it's a superpower, isn't it? Like, how? I don't know. I mean,
that's the whole point of the end bit. How does it impact the world?
Okay, so if I could pick, I'd love to be able to teleport. I'd love that ability to be able to think of a place and just bam, I'm there. I'd love to be able to do that. But how is that going to benefit the world?
But not to cuss that superpower, but I think that's just, everyone wants that, right? So you got to think outside the box.
Oh, okay. Right? Ask Lewis and then come back to me. I'll think of something else.
To be fair, teleporting is the best.
It is.
Oh yeah, it is.
Just genuinely what I want.
Flying and stuff like that. But how are you going to better the world? Come on, guys. This pod is about better in the world.
I don't know what counts as a superpower because.
Well, have you heard my one?
No.
So my one. See, this is what I mean. You're a snake. You ain't been listening to the episode.
Right. Hold up. Wait. So you wait. Can I just ask a question?
Go ahead.
So when he.
Go ask your question.
Go ahead.
Come on. Wait. So when he releases a video, you put it on your Insta story, but you're not actually watching it.
Okay.
That's a bit uppish. Where's the logic there?
Listen.
Cool.
Why is that uppish? Surely the good part is the marketing and pushing it out to other people.
That's true, but why aren't you backing your boy by watching his content?
How is that backing it by watching it?
Huh?
How is it backing it? He gets one view.
Deep the question you just asked.
Also, when it comes to...
Doesn't every view count?
If it's from your boy, that should not be a metric for how your success is going.
You know
if you're marketing to people, it shouldn't be people you know.
But watch your boy's content, man.
I will. I'll get there.
Because to be fair,
I do actually watch.
I said I'll get there.
Genuinely, it's just busy lives. It's
cool. Nice.
I was on holiday.
Because like Lewis said, when I market, I'm not marketing to my boys. I'm not expecting my boys to be the ones that's gonna.
No growth from that.
Yeah, I'm not expecting them to, like Lewis said, make my channel grow. At the end of the day, because they might find it boring. Like my siblings, they don't watch it. I remember my younger sister, my first episode, she cussed out.
Why?
She said it was boring.
Really?
And I was like, okay, cool. You're not my target audience. F you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. But
who was that, both?
Yeah, both. My one was, so you've probably heard it, is being able to allow people to instantly visualize their goals that they want. Yeah. So if you want to be this amazing big photographer, you can visualize it, and that's it. Because there's a saying: if you can see it here, you can hold it in your hand. So, because your mind can't tell the difference between reality and spiritual. So, if you can see it up there, you can manifest it. So, that's my one, which I think is a pretty good one. But Luke cussed that out. But I don't think he understood what I was trying to say. But then he counteracted it with a good argument. He said, if it gets in the hands of someone, you know, and theirs is to fucking
well done.
Take over the world, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in a positive way, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Lewis, what would yours be?
Yeah, these questions are hard.
It makes you think, right?
It's hard, yeah.
That's the whole point. It makes you think on the spot.
No, not that type of hard.
Yeah, no, but...
Because like with the counter argument that Lou made, I don't think there's ever going to be a 100% possible.
No, 100% not. It's not.
I don't know. Maybe mine would be slightly selfish, but could also help people at the same time. So it's kind of like how Batman is. His superpower is that he's rich, but it comes from he's intelligent. So mine would be super intelligence, and then from that I could solve a myriad of different things. Because
that's
in my opinion, my moral standpoint is probably good enough to, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's selfish. Because then, I don't know, you could find a way to, I don't know, stop rubbish getting into the seas and affecting the turtles and that. Yes, I don't know, or something like that.
That was a very specific.
Well, that's what. You got to save the turtles, right? Whenever it comes to plastic and stuff. That's just a very generic answer. But Jezelle, have you thought of one?
Yeah, I was thinking I'd like give people the ability to go back in time and maybe undo something that they really need to undo to benefit themselves now.
See, this is why I say these type of,
because I
are hard,
know a lot of people that are like really troubled by past mistakes they've made, and they say stuff like, oh, if I could just go back.
But
Okay,
do you not?
Let me hit you with the Rick and Morty episode.
Oh my god, go for it. I love Rick and Morty.
Where was it that one where he could go back in time like every time he pressed like the button or something?
Oh, the
How did that end up for him?
yeah,
It just wasn't.
yeah, it wasn't great. But then with that, Giselle, don't you think that those experiences
Make you who you are today.
Also,
Absolutely. Yeah, I
so why
agree.
would you want to change it? I know we all make mistakes, we're all human and stuff, but what you've done in the past, whether that be bad or good, is shaped to who you are today.
That's true. But
Whether you've learnt from that,
but that ability wouldn't be to benefit myself. It would be to benefit people I know who are in some really peak situations right now because of past decisions.
yeah,
So it wouldn't even be for me, because I agree with you. I think that, like, I wouldn't want to go, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't change anything, because I'm kind of glad that I'm only 23 and I'm glad that I've experienced certain things now, because it's kind of like set me up in a good way.
yeah,
So there isn't anything that I'd want to go back in time and change. But I do know people in some really peak situations who, if they could go back and change something, it would actually be good for them.
yeah.
So the ability wouldn't even be for myself, would be for them.
what would the ability be though? Would it be you giving other people that ability? So
Yeah.
do you choose case by case?
I choose who.
That's not that bad then. Because I'm thinking
choose-
if everyone got to do that, they could just be choosing like accidentally tripped and fell one time.
Just go
and
back.
it got caught on camera.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
just go
so
back.
I choose who can do it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a good one. I like that one.
that's not bad.
It's not too bad. And then obviously the other one is a quote that you guys live by. Giselle, what's your hair?
Oh my days, sorry. Might have to edit that out still.
Right.
Yeah, go on.
Zoom into that.
A quote that you kind of live by when, I don't know, you're feeling down, when, you know, things aren't really going your way. A quote that lifts your spirits in a certain way.
Lewis?
Nah, to try and remember it off the top.
It could be your own quote. It can be a quote that is quoted by someone else. It could be a mind of the minority quote. It's up to you.
Let me try to find it because I think I have it on my phone.
Go for it. Giselle?
My quote is, don't look back, you're not going that way.
Yes.
That's a bar. I can't lie.
How do you like that? If you're always looking backwards, how can you move forwards?
Real talk.
Yeah, I like
You
that one.
can't actually, unfortunately, change anything from the past. So leave it there and just do better going forward.
Yep, I like that one. If you're looking behind you, you can never see what's in front of you. So,
Do you usually give a quote every episode, like a different one?
you know what, I don't, and
You
I've
should.
been waiting.
Do you have any, though, that you really like? I feel like, haven't you shared one before in one of your episodes?
Which one? Can you remember?
Nah, I feel like you did share one, maybe in one of the early ones.
I do mention stuff here and there, like how faith without works is dead and stuff like that.
Do you know
But-
that's the scripture?
Yeah. It's true though. Like you can't, like Aaliyah mentioned it. She made a very good example. You can't say, "Oh, I want to be the best photographer in the world,"
And then not put in any work.
but then put nothing in the universe or God
Yeah.
or whatever you believe in, higher power. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, but for me, it's a hard one, you know, because I've got so many. Probably something to do with like discipline, sacrifice leads, gains follow. That's a pretty nice one. You know, everything in life, regardless, there's going to be some sort of sacrifice, whatever it is. And if you're willing to make that sacrifice, you're ultimately going to get the results. Like what I try to tell myself now is, if you're working hard every single day, you're putting 120% in every single day, there's no way that you're not going to be successful. So why not just keep that mentality and just work hard? I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, that's what I try to live by, to be fair. And then also another great, it's not really a quote, it's more an explanation of discipline. Probably you guys don't listen to Bob Proctor, but I speak about him a lot. He talks about the mind and stuff, and his explanation of discipline is giving yourself a command and following it. So telling yourself, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. You're going to get up and fucking wake up at 5 a.m. regardless of whether you're tired, you're ill, or whatever. And yeah, I mean, discipline is a whole different topic, but yeah, I try to practice discipline on a daily basis. But Lewis, what's your quote?
So my quote is by Kendrick Lamar. There is beauty.
Go on, sorry. I'm
Okay,
excited. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Hey, I didn't see that coming, you know. Sorry, do your thing.
The quote is, there is beauty in completion and always faith in the unknown. So I try to employ that basically the whole of 2022. And I'm trying to take it into 2023 as well. And a lot of people, there's a few people that I've definitely told that to, just to like help them through different things and different like points in their life where they're thinking this is going to be something that's like hard to overcome. But that mentality is kind of like, that's not the be all end all. There's always, like you said, just look forward. And yeah, it's just something that I just resonate with a lot.
Yeah, no, it's a good quote because, like you said, everything is impossible until you can do it, right? So if there's anything that you guys are scared of, just go out and do it. You know, it's going to be difficult. There's going to be setbacks, but once you accomplish it, you can do it, you know? So have faith in yourself. That's the main thing, really. But now we're going to expose Jezelle on the... so as I said before, every podcast so today I'm going to interview question Jezelle.
I'm going to get all of them wrong, by the way, guys, just to give you a heads up.
That's all right. Like I said, I've put a couple Kendrick Lamar ones in there and stuff like that.
Obviously, Lewis is going to help me out in it, so cool.
You get one lifeline.
Lewis, could you put could you get a timer for me? So yeah, for those that haven't heard my other episodes, the reason I do this is because if you've seen my artwork, it's like an arcade type of theme, and I thought, how can I implement a game sort of thing into the podcast? So I thought, why not test my guests on that general knowledge and, you know, expose them, see how smart they are.
How long is it?
3 minutes. Not necessarily anything bad.
3 minutes.
3 of them, you know.
So
cool.
So Jezelle, are you ready to take on
let's go.
the Endless Race podcast general knowledge quiz? Ready?
Go. I'm ready.
Lewis, 3, 2, 1. What is Kendrick's album called in 2015? Released in 2015.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Nice. Yep. What is the largest continent on Earth?
The largest what? Sorry.
Continent. Sorry.
See that I should get a point because of that. Yeah. I don't know.
I need an answer.
Pass.
I need an answer.
I don't know. Help me out.
Continent? You don't know the continent?
No, I don't. I don't pay attention to none of that. Real talk. Seriously.
What is the capital of France?
Paris.
Yep. What is the largest organ in the human body?
The intestine. Oh snap! I don't know.
It's the skin, apparently.
Is it?
The new skin.
Oh yeah, your skin's an organ.
Anyway. What is the name of the largest volcano in our solar system?
I wouldn't know.
Solar system.
In our solar system.
That's a mad question.
Yeah.
Olympus Mons.
That's probably not even on this planet.
That's not fair.
It's ChatGPT, innit?
No.
What is the name of the only country in the world with a non-rectangular flag?
I'm not gonna know that.
Just say pass. That's all right.
Who knows that?
Nepal. What does the acronym PNG stand for?
Brother.
PNG.
No one knows that.
No one knows that. Come on, man. What's going on with these questions? Give me another Kendrick question. We were doing well there.
It's portable network graphics.
Wow.
Lewis, that's poor from both of you. You're both in creative.
No, if Lewis
let's carry on. We're wasting time.
Okay, cool. Go.
What is Kendrick's first studio album?
Studio.
I actually don't know, and that's really poor for me. I can't think right now.
To be fair, I was stuck on that as well.
Section 80. Yeah, you're fake. You're fake fan.
That's
what planet
crazy.
has the longest day in our solar system?
What planet?
Yeah, what planet?
Mars.
It's Venus.
That's what I said, Venus.
Oh, okay. All right.
She said it in French.
Who is the founder of Microsoft?
Oh my days, I actually should know this, and I don't.
Huh? Okay.
I don't know.
Who's the founder of Microsoft?
It's not in my head.
Bill Gates.
That's what I said, Bill Gates.
Oh my God, wow.
I'm really sorry, man. I know this is poor from me.
It's fine. What is the smallest country in the world by land area?
I don't know.
Vatican City.
Huh? Country.
Yeah, smallest country.
That's a country.
Apparently so. What is a country? Which country is known as the land of the rising sun?
The land of the Egypt.
Japan.
Okay, I wouldn't have known that.
What is the smallest ocean in the world?
I don't know.
What is the name of the longest river in the world?
River Nile.
Oh, nice.
I got a few right. I'm surprised.
Who was the first person to win 3 Nobel Prizes?
I don't know.
Mariah Carey.
Don't like Mariah Carey. I don't know nothing about her.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name.
Marie Curie.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Go on, carry on.
How much do you have left?
It's done.
Okay.
Oh, is it done?
Yeah, I don't know how many
Thank
you got.
the Lord. Anyway, I got a couple right,
Yeah,
That's
no, you
actually
did.
not bad,
I mean, it was pretty poor. You didn't know who the owner of Microsoft was.
No, it's not that I didn't. You know when you just don't care? Like, I don't care. I don't care.
No,
innit?
that's
Well, so
not...
it's a bit different when you're under pressure, innit?
Yeah, I'm not even under pressure.
Not for Bill Gates.
I know, I should have
No,
known
I
that.
paused
No
on
one's
that.
going
That's
to rate
poor.
me for
That's
that,
poor.
but
Yeah,
it is what it
you're
is.
gonna
Life
get...
goes on.
you're gonna
Life
get-
goes on,
Hold
man.
on. We'll just cut this. Is Africa the biggest continent?
Yeah, Asia.
Oh, right.
So you would have got that wrong too.
No.
Don't cut this, by the way. Keep
This-
all this in.
Play-
Yeah, now we'll
play from
keep
now.
this. Okay. So questions. You had some interesting questions for me and Lewis. Or
Yes.
Go on with it.
Cool. Let
With
me
it.
get them up.
with it. Well, with it.
Oh, I've
Okay.
got one question.
With it.
Where's my notes?
What I have a feeling it's going to be something mad.
No, nothing crazy.
Like, who out of your family would you rather? No.
Yeah.
You're not serious, man. Okay, here's the first one. How do you guys cope with negative emotions?
Ooh. How do I cope? With me, with the whole mindset, I know that you can reject a negative thought as easily as accepting a positive thought. So I consciously try and make the effort to, when, say for example, doubt comes in, I tell myself, nope, it's just the negative emotions coming in. You can reject this. It doesn't have to be true. So that's how I deal with it mainly. Going to the gym, I would say, helps a lot as well on a physical standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I don't go to the gym, I just don't feel great.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer of you feel good, you look good, right? And just going to the gym just makes me relieve that stress, really, to be fair. Just focus on the zone, lifting the weights and stuff. So,
Okay.
yeah, sometimes I try and meditate as well. I meditate often, but like, say for example, if something's bugging me, I'll meditate on it and try like the universe, push out to the universe and see what answers the universe can push back to me, whether that's in the form of something positive, whether somebody comes back into my life, whether I see a post on Instagram, watch a film, read a book, or whatever, that will inspire me, make something click. Yeah, I don't know. What about you?
Okay, so I deal with negative emotions by accepting them.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm feeling a type of way, whether that be I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I accept the fact that that is how I'm feeling and I let myself feel that. Because I've always found in the past that if I'm upset and I try and be like, no, I'm good, I'm not upset, that just makes me feel it even more. The quickest way to get over something is to accept it. So if I'm feeling upset, I accept the fact that I'm feeling upset. I am upset. So I let myself be that emotion, feel that emotion, and then it passes.
Because at the end of the day, it's okay to feel like that. Like you said to me the other day, it's okay to feel upset. You're not going to feel 100% every single time. You're not going to be in a positive state every single time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay to feel like that, you know? Lewis? But you, buddy? We really don't have a lot of time. 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Probably something similar. First of all, just take a breath. And then try to think like, it's probably along the same lines as how I think about pain. So it's just temporary.
Yeah.
It's just something that you're going to have to deal with in the moment. Again, like you said, just kind of like accept it. You are feeling this way. It's not going to last forever. There are other people that go through very similar experiences, so it's not like an abnormal thing. Yeah. And then usually it's like kind of easier to just kind of ride that wave after that.
Because jumping off what you said about someone else has felt that emotion or whatever, it's like you said, it's not an abnormal event where I'm the only one on earth that is feeling this type of way. People are going through this on a daily basis, you know. So, like Lewis said, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So, just have faith and try to stay positive. I know it's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, you have to stay positive. You can't
That's
let
also probably a different conversation if you have like kind of severe mental issues. It might be a different process. But
yeah.
Again, like you said, easier said than done.
Yeah. Just stay positive, guys. Just stay positive.
Try to.
Yeah, try to. Someone else has always got it worse. That's one thing I've been trying to live by as well. Someone always has it worse, whether that be mentally, physically, whatever. Someone always has it worse. So the situation is not as always bad as someone else's. That's what I try to live by anyway.
Yeah. I've got one more question, but we got time?
Yeah, I think we've got
Sure.
time. And you know what? I might even I'm contemplating whether just to merge it because, like, yeah, we could be. Anyway, go ahead.
Alright.
Go ahead.
So, a lot of men are told that they shouldn't cry or show any emotion because it makes them look weak. Has that had an effect on you guys?
We had this conversation like last week. Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you can be emotional? And if you are emotional, do you think you're weak for that?
No, but I think the way society and the stereotypes are, men can't be seen as someone that can cry.
And I want that to change.
Yeah,
I hate that, we're all human.
exactly. We all have emotion. But yeah, like I said, I think the world that we live in now, it's just like, if you cry as a man, you're considered weak. And it's like, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult topic.
So does that affect you then? Do you feel like you can cry and be emotional?
Yeah.
That's good.
If I can cry, I cry.
I rate that. What about you, Lewis?
Yeah, no.
Doesn't
You
affect
don't-
me.
Only because it's the stereotypical thing. I'm not saying it should be that way. But if I go out, I don't know, if I go to some of my friends and I might want to, I don't know, cry or talk about certain things, I don't feel like I can do that. I feel like that's the case with a lot of men though. I feel like we are terrible with support groups. So a lot of us don't have that like group that we can go back to as like a foundation for, these are my problems. This is something that I've dealt with today.
Yeah.
Let me just like unload this to you. I feel like women are a lot better at that.
Yeah.
But that definitely should change. In terms
That
of the
needs to
crying
change.
thing, I don't really subscribe to the whole, men should cry. Men should definitely handle their emotions better than they do. Because like they don't feel like they can cry. Whether they should is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a societal thing that is pushed onto men, especially from a young age. I feel like men and women probably handle emotions and process them slightly differently.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like when we were young, it was more like... Also, I want to say that it's probably the case that men usually try to let out their emotions using anger. But the problem is when we're young, we are told to like never do it at all. But in my opinion, it should be, don't use it on someone else, just use it in a different way. So whether it be like a sport or like, I don't know, kickboxing or punching a punching bag, going to the gym, just let out that aggression, not onto someone else. So just like channel it in a different way, not just to cancel it completely. Because then you end up being kind of like built up and pent up, in my opinion.
I think it's really important that whether you're male or female, you have people that you can confide in when you're breaking.
100%, yeah.
Like we're human beings, your gender doesn't mean that you're never gonna, feel a type of way. You can be at a breaking point one day and you need to vent.
Yeah.
And if you don't vent, it can end badly for you. So I think that men especially really need people that they can be emotional with, to actually cry with. Like that's so important.
Yeah.
It's another thing that really makes me sad as well is like I've been out in public and I've heard mums say to their sons that are crying, "Oh, don't cry, like why? That's what girls do." So from a young age, that little boy is being programmed to believe that crying is only something a female should do and that it's weak. That already sets you up for failure.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I wanted to bring that up because I really want that to change. Might not ever change, but it's serious.
With me, I think it's one of those things that it's just not going to change. It's always going to be there.
Just not as much as
I can't see how it's going to change. Because like the generation that the lower generation now, the content that they're watching, it's like say for example, Andrew Tate, all them people there, they're pushing that. And if people are watching that, it's just going to get programmed. Like
the only reason why Andrew Tate got as big as he did is because there is a problem, like we're suggesting, with like men's spaces. In terms of like there is no like male kind of like guiding figure in terms of like dating scenes, in terms of like masculinity and how to be masculine. There's no real good like masculine or male role models.
Yeah.
So when you get someone that's like Andrew Tate and they're pushing this,
Kendrick Lamar.
I
J.
mean,
Cole.
true, but what do they really
I hear
say
you, though.
in terms of in their music? Maybe
I hear you.
but in real life, it's harder to picture what they actually do. It's like the art versus the artist is slightly different. It's harder to discern from.
That art, that's mad, you know. Never heard that before.
But yeah, so Andrew Tate is this person that comes along and he's talking about the male gaze and male problems and whatever. It makes sense why he blows up. The problem is when you try to cancel someone like that, he turns into like a martyr, and then all of the people are like, no, don't cancel it, don't cancel it. All of the light gets shone onto him, so there's more popular than it has ever been before, and that's a problem. What should be done is you should actually be countering the arguments he's making, not just saying he's wrong. Actually come with better like arguments.
Yeah, free up Tate, man.
The art versus
Excuse me?
the artist.
Yeah, free up Tate.
Don't ever cut that. Don't ever say that.
Free up Tate, man. Free up Tate.
Hell no, that you should definitely be where he is.
Free up Tate.
Bruh, that how you feel?
Do you know what he's done?
No, I don't know all the details. I need
I
to
don't
look
know.
into it.
I don't believe it, yeah.
Okay, I'll follow the case a lot.
I don't believe it.
But I did see something on I'm Just Bait about it. He got set up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some girls. I saw something on I'm Just Bait about how it was all set up.
There's literally been leaked tapes of him saying stuff.
Bro, that's the fake.
The AI stuff, yeah?
Yeah, it's fake.
Yeah. True.
It's fake.
True.
It's fake, bro.
Sure.
The moment, for me, because I kind of knew about Andrew Tate before he kind of exploded because Kai put me on him, innit? But the moment I heard that voice note, or that whatever he is.
There's a video of him saying it.
I don't know, bro.
I know, blood.
I don't know. But with the...
He has a whole course on how to do it.
With the VN,
Yes, he's an idiot. Blood.
But with the VN, yeah, bro, he got framed there because that's not his
Maybe.
voice. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But we need to talk about Andrew Tate. That's a whole, literally,
We've got a couple minutes for this quiz if you wanted to do it.
literally.
Have you only got a couple minutes? What was the question that I had before?
Ooh, yes, it was the measurement.
Okay,
If you could see it
so
above your head,
If you could...
it's a good question. You're going first as well, Jezelle.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could see a measurement or statistic above everyone's head, what would it be? So an example could be like net worth, it could be
that's
intelligence.
crazy.
Yeah, when he told me downstairs, I was thinking,
Wow, that's mad.
So it
Oh
could
my
be
days.
Like someone's IQ could be how much they make, I don't know. If they're more
I just
likely
realized
to
what
cheat on
I
someone.
just said. What I said
Yeah,
isn't a statistic, or
I don't know.
I would like to see a measurement of their genuine intentions. I don't care about money. I don't care about where they live. I don't care about their past mistakes. Like, who are they today? I want to see if you're genuine. I'd like to be able to meet someone and see if they're really...
who they say they are.
Yeah.
And
because you know sometimes you can meet someone, when you first meet them, they're really nice. You meet them again, you're like, why are you moving like that?
So
you meet them
basically
again and it's like, you know, they're starting to reveal their true self. I'd like to see, because that would save you a lot of issues, innit? You won't
Most
waste so much time and
Yeah,
I don't care about money or their intelligence, or I don't care about that.
Yeah. What did I say downstairs? I said being able to see what people are thinking about you.
No, that is the worst thing.
It is.
When
So like
people
I'm
say
saying,
that-
do you know I said that.
I think it's best to not know, you know.
I don't know, bro. 'Cause,
Trust
like,
me.
Imagine you're on the train, right, and you make eye contact with a girl, yeah, and the thing it just says at the top, wow, this guy's butters. Like, imagine if that just says that at the top.
But why? But that's the thing. You don't want to know that.
I don't know, that's my jokey answer there. But
Yeah, I think you'd be depressed if you
yeah,
knew.
I think that's a bit mad. You gotta have some mad self-awareness.
Them ones. When people say they want their superpower to be mind reading, I'm like, you don't know what you're getting.
Trust me, I wouldn't even want to read someone's
But then
mind.
there's a counter argument to that in the sense that you can callous your mind to block out all that crap.
No one is like that.
Personally,
No,
I
barely
think
anyone.
and
is
you
like
can't
that.
block it out perfectly. You can't.
Or you can get to a point where you see it, you're like, cool, it doesn't affect you. You don't react to it. You don't let your inner self, your inner body.
98% of the people on
No.
earth are not going to be like.
So, no. What would mine be?
Depression would be on an
That was a
all-time
sick
high.
one though. That was
It
lit.
was.
That was lit.
Shit, man, I
I'm
don't
gonna
even
use
know.
that.
Like a proper clever. I don't want to say net worth. I know that's a bit. It's just a bit boring, isn't it?
I think that would cause problems as well.
Shit, man.
Mine was a stupid one. It wasn't even. I wasn't even thinking on the lines of like what my question actually was posing, but I've had multiple times where I've thought, what is this person listening to on the tube like across from me?
Oh, one of those ones.
Yeah. So like,
But
it's
then
just
just
like
go and
your
ask them.
music. I'm not randomly.
It's
going
the
up to a
videos.
person.
Yo, why are you listening to? And they take it out. Oh yeah, I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar.
Those videos look fake.
They're
Nah.
so, they're
But
so
it's like, you know
Some
how
of them
you
are
follow,
genuine.
You know how you follow some people on Spotify and it says like what they listen to.
that, but just above their
I
head.
think it would be jokes to see like some road man just standing there, yeah, and he's listening to like Miley
Ice
Cyrus or
Spice.
something.
Something mad.
Oh, that is funny. What would mine be? Shit, man, I don't even know. Just got that. What would I say? A metric. Don't know, man. Caught me out, Lewis.
Good question.
It is.
Think on it, mate.
Would be cool to see someone's potential. Like see their future. But you can't tell them what it is.
Shit. So you know.
You know what their future's like. I could look at you and know where you're gonna be in the next 10 years.
Oh.
But I can't tell you though. I can't tell you.
That would be peak. If
That would be
someone like
mad,
walks
though.
up to you, yeah, and they just like are terrified of you for no reason, you're like, what did I do?
I know.
Or what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Have you heard of the movie or seen the movie? I think it's called In Time. And it
Yes.
stars Justin. Timberlake.
Yes. That is a lit film. It's on Netflix.
Listen,
Lit film.
you
It's
need to
such
see
a
it.
lit film.
Yeah. What
That
time?
concept is crazy.
is it
You
one
see
of-
the bit where his mum dies?
brother?
Is it one of those ones where it makes you think, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
So the concept is kind of similar to the question that I posed. So it's like everyone has the time that they have left on this earth.
Fuck.
So
It's on your
on your wrist, innit?
It's on yeah.
So you can literally see like a countdown.
You
like,
can see
have
how
5
many
seconds
years you've got left. But you can also exchange time. So if you got 5 minutes left, I can give you 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If I've got that 15 minutes.
Shit.
And you can like, if someone is unconscious, you can literally steal their time.
What?
But they have to be they can't be dead though. They got only unconscious, innit?
Yeah. Also,
Then there's like the time banks as well.
Yeah, because I think they use it as a currency as well.
Mad.
Watch it, it's lit.
Yeah.
Watch it,
Concept
guys.
is
Watch it if
mad.
you've not
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
it.
Concept
yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
It's so sick.
I also watched Fractured, the one that you told me. Yeah. Lewis hasn't watched. You haven't watched that yet, no, have you?
Mad
Well,
film. Mad.
shit.
Don't spoil
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Don't.
not gonna say
Crazy
nah.
film.
All I gotta say is mad.
Trust me. If you ever need a Netflix recommendation, yeah. Shout me.
Yeah.
I've got another one for you as well.
Which one's that?
It's called Red Dot. Have you watched Red Dot yet?
Nah.
It's on Netflix. And there's one called Fall. Mad film. Very similar to Fractured.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say just...
Sounded like some bookie Netflix.
No. Just it's psychological, innit? If you've got that deep mindset, you can hack it.
Yeah, Fractured.
Oh hell yeah, man!
Okay, so no.
It's like a
It's crazy.
Shutter Island type of thing. Yeah, it's mad.
It's crazy,
Don't
man.
want to give no spoilers, but it's a good film.
Because it catches you out, don't it?
Fucking catches you out.
Trust me.
Shit.
The first time I watched that film, I was like, yo, are you mad? Like, nah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually mad.
And I just remember at one point I was thinking, yeah, my guy, yes, yeah.
But then you see the ending,
yeah. It's
mad. Crazy. It's
It's
just
like-
watch it. Make sure you
yeah,
watch
say
it.
that, say that. We may have given away too much, but yeah, say that. It's mad.
We ain't giving away nothing.
Yeah, no,
trust
we
me. We ain't even giving away nothing. Trust me.
We haven't. Oy.
I thought all the people in the place were ops at the start, you know.
Hey.
Anyway.
Hey.
Anyway.
That
You ain't
is.
thought of an answer, have you?
Huh?
You ain't thought of an answer.
No, I don't know. You know.
Guys, we got 1 minute.
No, that's alright. It's not gonna get locked off.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
oh,
no,
calm. I
yeah,
thought it
yeah.
literally gets
Oh,
like
no,
locked
no,
off
No,
at.
the lights
calm.
just turn off.
Yeah, good start. I don't know, Lewis.
I'm trying to think of another answer that could be good.
If I don't, what I'll do is I'll ask my guests that.
I feel like IQ might be good. That'd be very interesting.
If I don't really care about IQ, Like, cool, you can be Albert Einstein, but IQ, but like, what does it mean? You know what I'm saying?
Depends. If you're trying to go into business with someone that's like a 2 IQ, it's like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Nah, faith.
Or if you're trying to have like a business partner.
It's just IQ is just for me. It's something that you label yourself, right? It's like saying you're intelligent, you're smart. Cool, you're smart.
Some people are book smart, but they're not life smart. Some
Yes.
people are life smart, but they're not book smart. There's a big difference.
I would definitely say I'm life rather than book. Or it depends.
Yeah.
It depends on the subject, but
I'm life smart.
definitely life smart. Like sometimes I do some things, yeah, like say for example I've got to pick something up, but I've got bare shit in my hand, and I think, okay, if I kick this with my ankle and then flick it up, I'm gonna grab it, and then I do it. I'm like, I'm just so good. But
Some people in school got high grades, but they got no common sense.
yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the worst. So
I can even be blonde sometimes. I'm like, I'll just do that.
we all have our blonde moments, honestly. So, where's the question? So this is the question from my previous guest. This one here, and then obviously both of you shall answer it.
This one here, yeah?
Yeah. So that's what Tom wrote from my last episode.
Shall we read it out loud for the people?
No.
Or
I've
just
always.
answer it?
What do you guys think I should do? Read it out.
I think the viewers should know what the question is.
Okay.
Yeah?
Go for it.
Okay. What did your parents do to inspire you on your journey?
Oh, nice one, Tom. Who wants to go first?
One thing I can think of off the top of my head is be proactive rather than reactive. My dad always tried to hammer that on.
In what respect?
Any respect. If you're going into business, if you're looking for feedback from someone in terms of like client work, don't be waiting. Go and actually do.
Yeah. At work, they always used to say that to me, like, Google's your best friend. Don't wait for someone to say, oh, do this. Like, be proactive, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Find out the information.
Like, I have account managers and stuff like that. Who I guess I can fall back on in terms of like them telling me what to do. But most of the time I'm like asking them, or I will go and ask other people in the studio, or I will go and try to do something I think is productive.
Yeah, it's a good one. Nice one, Mike. What about you, Jezelle?
My parents have always encouraged me to be true to myself. And so that has just always been my boost for anything I want to do in life. I know my parents have got me.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Guys, that's the end. I still don't know what I'm going to do. Do I have to merge it? I'll keep it separate. Because the thing is, obviously, the longer the video, the less views I get. Because obviously, people are not willing to watch a whole.
Oh,
hour
yeah,
and a
I
half.
hear you.
But then again, we only had like a 20-minute conversation. So
I guess you can cut some stuff out.
Yeah, you're going to cut some bits though, innit?
You could even put the second part before Giselle's questions.
yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll
Even
figure
though
it.
might not be wearing glasses then.
Yeah, you just
Sudden wearing
absolutely change look. But yeah, that's been the episode, guys. I really enjoyed it. These guys, if you guys want to leave your socials, where can they find you? Lewis, go for it. You're this camera.
So you can find me on Instagram at lw.wills. I think it's WL and then Wills. If you want to check my art, it's mellow.artss with 2 S's.
My Insta is Jezelle._. So JEZELLE._. And my online portfolio is on Visco. Just again, type in Jezelle Robinson and you'll find it there.
Yeah, obviously what I'll do is I'll leave all your guys' details in the description or whether YouTube or Spotify, whatever you listen to. But guys, hope you've enjoyed this episode and I will catch you guys on the next one.